is your girl, Rhonda B, coming at you today, fresh on Thursday, ready for an exciting weekend. Hey, I tell you, it's a mind thing. When you get ready, put your mind in the right place. Right today, I have a special guest. I met this young lady, and it was truly a pleasure. I don't know how I got to her company. I had gone online, and I had been online for like almost a month, and it never popped up. And then at this one particular time, I said, just forget it. I said, if I don't find anyone this time, I'm just going to not do it. So I ended up, and I went in, and it was the first company that popped up was Rosewood Career Institute. And I read through everything, and I was like, wow, where did this come from? Where did this jewel come from? And I needed it. And I talked to her on the phone, and it was a pleasure because you just walked me through everything. You were just so nice. You called me back immediately. So I was just really impressed with you as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman. I was really impressed with that. You took it very seriously, your business. Now, I don't want to massacre her name, so I'm going to let her tell you her name. I do know her. Yes, I do. But I want to absolutely sure that we pronounce it right. And so, Cindy, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Cindy Ugbaja. Ugbaja.
I love that. Oh, I can do that, Ugbaja.
Yes,
I like that. I like that.
I'm a nurse. Okay, it's very important.
Yay for
as
those
a part,
nurses.
As part
for those nurses.
of who I am. I am a nurse. I do own a company. We provide training.
Yes.
We provide training for basic life skills, basic life support. So we do basic and advanced. We teach instructors as well. Yes, so we train folks on how to also become basic life support instructors. We provide other training as well, including nurse aid training, training on phlebotomy.
Yes. You actually offer a lot. And that's part of what impressed me, was that you did offer all of this. It was like a one-stop shop. And it's careers that, people can go into. I know a lot of times college, everyone doesn't want to go to a 4-year college. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are certifications that they can get that you offer, that they can, immediately start working and making money, on those different programs. So tell me, how did you get started in that? I mean, what just that epiphany that made you want to do that?
If I've told the story once, I've told it 1,000 times. It was completely
1,001
by accident, and that's what they say, that your passion sometimes will find you.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
I just had a friend who took a basic life support class.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Her experience must not have been great. She called me and she says to me, "You should teach this class." And she stayed on me for a long time. Yeah. And I tell her, "You're the reason I have this program today."
Yeah,
and I have told her this. So if you hear the story, I am talking about you. But she encouraged me, and I did. I did not think that I would be a teacher. I didn't think I'd be good at teaching. But I took the class. I actually remember right away calling her and said, "Will you leave me alone now? Because I took the class." But when it was all said and done, I found out that I actually enjoyed it.
Yes.
And so I added other additional programs to it, and I really enjoy teaching.
Wow. And you are really good at the teaching. You are, like, it's just in your blood. There are some things that we do, and we just do them. But when someone's passionate about it, excuse me, it makes it easy for the students, and it made it very, very easy for me. So, hey, I'm telling you, if you have questions, you want to call her, let me give you that number, and it is 713-570-9040. That number, once again, is 713-570-9040. 570-9040. Hey, there are young people that we know that they may be interested in this, so hey, call in, get information on it. She is, where are you located? Just give us information on how to contact you.
We are located at 14614 Falling Creek Drive here in Houston. We're centrally located. We're right off of 1960 on a bus route.
Oh, great.
Right next to Walmart.
Favorite place.
Yes. We're on the north side between 45 and 249. So if you know that area, right? Before Student Airline, yes.
Yeah.
So absolutely reach out to us. Healthcare is one thing that I love about healthcare is you can't outsource care.
I love that. Say that again.
You cannot outsource care. You can outsource a lot of things, but we will always need someone to put our hands on us.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's where that field of nursing, we're the ones that actually put our hands on the patients. And I was a nursing assistant before I was ever a nurse.
Oh wow! How long were you a nurse's assistant?
I was a nursing assistant. I started as a home health aide.
Ah.
I was a caregiver. I took care of patients in their homes, and I did all of that before I started nursing school, all through nursing school.
Wow.
And so, if this is a passion for me, it's something I've done.
Yeah.
I'm not just telling people do this, but it's a great field. There's always a need.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest of jobs.
Yeah. No, it is not.
But caring for people is never easy.
No.
Right? So it's not the easiest of jobs, but it's not hard either. If your heart's in it, you love it.
Yeah.
It's a stable job. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's a really good job for anyone who's looking to get started. Yeah. You can raise your family on it. It pays well enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I, at one time, I started off as a nurse in one of my former lives, and I loved it. I actually, I really loved it. I think I liked wearing the scrubs. I thought that was like so exceptionally cool. But I did, once I worked on a pediatric ward, nephrology. Mm-hmm. So a patient passed away. So it kind of took me, because, they're there all the time. So it really just kind of took me, aback. So I had to make a choice. I said, I don't want to go through that emotional whatever. So it isn't for everyone, but there are so many fields in healthcare, like the phlebotomy that you were talking about.
Phlebotomy is one of them.
That program.
But I want to circle back on that.
Okay.
As a nurse aide.
Yeah.
In healthcare, you can choose an area where that may not even be a thing.
Wow.
You don't have to work. You can work in areas where, you can work on, labor and delivery.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, different areas.
The options are almost endless. Wherever you find, I feel like healthcare touches just about everything.
Everything, yeah, it does. So, where'd you graduate from? Yeah.
I graduated nursing school. I used to live. I'm a transplant. I used to live in New Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey.
Texas. Yes, but I've lived in Texas forever. I claim Texas.
Texas. So. Yeah, everyone does. Everyone does, except our sweltering heat that we have here that practically, disintegrates you. But coming from there to here. So, what college did you go to? I was always interested.
I did it the way that most people will understand. Like I said, I started as a home health aide. I was a nurse aide. Mm-hmm. I went to community college.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Wow.
And again, like I said, I graduated there in Texas, in New Jersey, mm-hmm. and I have gone on and done my baccalaureate degree and got my master's degree. But I started as an associate degree nurse.
Wow. Wow. So there, I love that, because you're telling someone, hey, you can go in many steps, little pieces to get where you want to go to. And I think that's really, really good, because like some people, they want something that's fast. And how long are your certifications?
Our certifications are 3 weeks or less.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So we have the nurse aid.
Yes.
But we'll go according to your pace. I feel like this is such a good opportunity for everyone that, if you have the passion and you have the determination to get through it, we'll work with you. I will kind of sit there and make it make sense. And I think sometimes people avoid doing things because it doesn't make sense. But for those that are highly motivated, you really, I have an 11 days, so it's 2 weeks. But you have to do it every day, and it's long days. The nursing assistant requires 40 hours, so that's a week.
Okay.
If you do 12 hours, but it's a week inside of a nursing home, so you get hands-on practice. We also have the phlebotomy, which the phlebotomist, for those who don't know what a phlebotomist does, every time you go to the lab, the person who draws your blood, that's the phlebotomist. So that training can also be done in 3 weeks or less.
Okay. Wow.
4 weekends. If for those who are working a full-time job, but we train you how to draw blood, all of the things that you need to look out for, how to document, how to take care of your patients and things like that. That is a little bit different from the nurse aide because you don't have the same kind of personal contact with the patient. And not everyone wants that kind of personal contact.
Yeah, that's true.
You can still be in healthcare without needing to have that direct personal contact with the patient. So the phlebotomy is an option. We also offer EKG tech program, and that will train you how to be able to read a strip. EKG techs, monitor techs, sometimes they're called. They usually work in the hospital setting.
Okay.
And they keep an eye on the patients because sometimes patients are in the hospital. We put those leads on them, and someone can watch their heart. So the monitor techs are trained to recognize if something's wrong, and they call the nurse and say, "Hey, can you go check on your patient?"
When you were talking about the phlebotomy, you were saying that you don't have that direct. I mean, because let me tell you, when I have to get blood drawn, I don't want the doctor to draw it. Okay, you either give me the nurse or you give me a phlebotomist, because they can hit that vein. Some of the doctors, they're like all over the place. Nothing against doctors, love you, but I've noticed that a lot of them are young. So I guess out of high school, they're getting ready for college, and they're going into those types of fields because they are the certification, and you can be making a decent living. So those are really, really, I heard you say that, and that kind of stood out to me, that's something that, a lot of people may want to do because, like I said, nothing against four-year universities. They're wonderful, but everyone is not college cut. And, or they don't want that long outstretch or the financial burden of it. But yours are reasonable and something that's quick, that they can go out and instantly, get a job. Yes.
And one of the things also, because like even in my case, right, you can do this over the summer. And you can work and make above minimum wage while you go to college.
I love it.
Because college isn't easy, and if you're making something, you don't have to, necessarily maybe even borrow as much.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
From your financial
Yes.
You can supplement your income some.
Yeah.
You can work a structured job.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that's something people don't think about. If you're working in healthcare, your hours are pretty structured. So and then you have flexibility. So you work if you're going to college, which is again, like I did. You get these instead of working, nothing against fast food or nothing against the restaurant.
Yes.
Those hours are very unstructured, and so when you go to college, you have a set schedule, it's good to have a structure around it. So when I went to school, what I did, because I was a nurse aide, I worked the weekends.
Okay.
I just worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I had my classes during the week.
Oh,
so
wow.
I didn't have.
That was smart.
I was able to work full time.
Yeah.
Which isn't recommended for those of you who are in nursing school. But I was self-supporting, and so it gives you those options. You can work days, you can work nights.
Yeah.
You know, so I find healthcare, even for those who may not be pursuing a healthcare related field in the future. But I tell you another thing. There are folks who maybe they're planning to go to med school and things like that. PA school. Yeah. That experience you can put on your resume. That puts you sets you above other applicants because they know you've worked with patients.
Okay. Wow.
That's experience that is valuable because you can put that on your applications to say, yes, I have worked with patients. And you know, if you do it through college, you would have done it for 4 or 5 years. Or so there's no question that you know. You know. So we do have some, you know, med school applicants or med school hopefuls that do the nurse aid program. You know, just for that reason. Yeah,
wow. Hey, that number once again is 713-570-9040. 713-570-9040. Hey, you know, I think a lot of times when we are, you know, just getting our feet wet in the marketplace of work, that, you know, we think we're going to make all of this astronomical money and it's going to be, you know, just lilies and pearls everywhere. But I like what you said about, you know, there's nothing wrong with working at fast food. There's nothing, you know, wrong with that. But there are options. So I think a lot of times our young people, or even, you know, middle-aged people, they don't think about, hey, you know, I could be a nurse's assistant, you know, and I could go from there. So I think it's something that's really good to be, you know, looked into.
Right.
Let me tell you, the phlebotomist, those people are, look, you got to stick people. Okay, so personality, I had a couple that had the personality of a doorknob, so I'm like, hurry up and get this over with. And then I had some that were really, really nice, and, you know, but you still have to have, no matter what, you know, when it's service and dealing with people, you have to have that, you know, hands-on, you know, that, people skills. That's what I'm coming up with, people skills. So, you know, I noticed that when you were doing our class that you were interactive. You let us sit there and, you know, go through, you know, all our family. Then you came in and you were very calming and soothing when you were doing, you know, our checkoff. And I think as adult learners, it's kind of intimidating when you're having someone check you off. You're like, oh my, someone's checking me off and I'm going to make the wrong move. You know, but you were very, very compassionate, very professional, and that's one of the things that I loved about you. Hey guys, you've got to call in, and even if you're not calling in, write down the information that she's going to give. I'm going to get her to give her information once again so that you can have the opportunity. Hey, sometimes it's like me. Things have to just kind of marinate, you know, with me, and then I'm like, I get an epiphany. Oh, wow, you know, let me, you know, call this. But go ahead and give them your information once again, Cindy.
Okay, we're Rosewood Career Institute. We're here in Houston at 14614 Falling Creek Drive in Suite 206. In Houston, 77068. You can also call us at 281-975-1763, 281-975-1763. We offer all of your basic life skills support, heart saver classes, BLS CPR classes, advanced pediatric classes, neonatal classes. We also offer certification courses like certified nurse aid, phlebotomy classes. We offer the EKG tech program. We also offer the medical assistant course. So all of those are great options for anyone who's looking to enter into the healthcare field.
Yeah. I think that medical assistant, I see a lot of that, in the doctor's offices. You've got to have those people, to interact and to get things set up, get the rooms set up, because you've got the nurses that are up and close with the physicians, but then you have the medical assistants who do the other. Kind of explain what medical assistants do.
Okay. So medical assistants right now, if you go to a doctor's office, you're going to find a medical assistant.
Mm-hmm.
The only doctor's offices that have actual registered nurses would be like your specialties. Right now, it's all MAs. They're very well trained. Medical assistants, it's a front and back office.
Okay.
And I do the complete.
All right. Okay.
So if you train with me, you can do front and back office. But the front office would be the folks who greet you at the door and get your insurance information, make your appointments, and that kind of stuff. Back office would be the folks who take you in the back and get your chart and put that, check your blood pressure, vital signs, and get you ready for the doctor. If the doctor orders some tests or shots and things like that, they're trained to provide those.
Okay. Wow. That's a full plate, and very professional, because some of the doctor's offices, that I've gone into, a lot of times you think that they're nurses. Absolutely. Because they're so professional and they really know their job. So if that's what you're looking for, you think, hey, let me give it a try. You can contact Rosewood Career Institute and talk with this beautiful, beautiful lady, Cindy, and, she will give you those things, those tools that you need, so that you can go out and have, we don't say job, we say career, because sometimes a job is just a job. But when you're searching for a career, that's when doors open for you. And that's, what I'm, really interested in, because there are a lot of people out there who they're like, oh, I don't know what I want to do, but they may try that. Try what you're offering, the short certifications, and find out, hey, wow, I really like, being a nurse assistant. Hey, I might go on to a 4-year, because you've got that behind your belt, you've got that big chunk of it, and you can go on, because you've seen the blood, you've seen the, all the other little nice things that comes with being a nurse's assistant. Let me tell you, I was a nurse's assistant for a while, and but the one thing that I did love about it was that, well, because my mom was a nurse, and she always wanted me to go to be a nurse. That's why I ended up with the nurse's assistant. And I realized, I was like, yeah, okay, this is kind of cute, but no. I just didn't take that part.
I think, in a way, part of me kind of always does what you're saying your mom does. Yeah. I think when you love what you do, you want other people
everyone
to do it, right?
Yeah,
and so I am the exact same way. I'm telling all of the folks who come to sign up for CNA, this is a great start. We can get you into nursing school, right?
We need nurses.
We really do.
Good nurses. And nurses, I mean, there are many fields that you can go into rather than in the hospital. They've got schools, they've got doctor's offices, cruise lines. I didn't know that. I was like, wow.
Let me tell you, because I tell everyone, just like I was talking about with the CNA, the nurse aide, if you're a nurse, you could pretty much do anything. We've got, like you were saying, cruise nurses. We have nurses who go on camps with the kids.
Wow.
We've got nurses, flight, trauma, those that work in the hospital, but there are a lot that work outside the hospital.
Yeah. And, attorneys, offices, a lot of attorneys have, when they are doing the personal injury, they have to have someone with a medical, background to look at that information. I thought that was, pretty interesting.
Right.
We have nurses in our family, and my husband's side of the family got a lot of nurses, so it's, just interesting, to see that feel, and that they're young and they're in it and they enjoy it. And so I'm all about the medical portion of it, because I know that we always need good nurses. we always need those nurses assistants and those medical, technicians, OR techs, those types of careers. So it's really, really interesting that we have a lot of young people who don't know what they want to do. So it's good to have.
Well, I am close to 30 years of nursing.
Oh, wow.
So I am not going to go over 5, right? We, especially those of us who've been nursing long enough, we know we have to retire someday, and we want to be able to hand the baton over to the next group and make sure that they're trained.
Yeah. So, I love it. She smiles. If you can't see it, she, her eyes just get like this little spark, and she's twinkling when she's talking about nursing. So you can tell that that's your passion. That's your thing. That's your groove. That's why you make everything happen. But I'm excited about you. I'm excited about what you're doing. And I'm just excited that, I had the opportunity to, interview you so that you can, let people know what's out there. Hey, let me give you that number again. It's 713-570-9040. 713-570-9040. That's here at the station. Cindy, so tell me, what do you do for fun? I always like asking entrepreneurs what they do to have fun, because it's like sometimes you guys don't know when to have fun. You're like all about the business. So what do you do to have fun?
That is a good question.
See, I told you.
If you ask me, I would say I really enjoy. I just enjoy people.
Wow.
I try to give back if I can. I think I find I get some joy in pouring into other people.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have, as I kind of got everything in place, have started doing a little bit more, I want to say volunteering.
Yeah, good.
But I find joy in that. But I would do just about anything. I enjoy bowling. I go, I really like bowling. I would say when I retire, I'd love to go on a lot of cruises, so I enjoy that. I like, so.
I'll have to talk to you. I've got the hookup for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. I really enjoy that.
Got the hookup for you.
Yeah, but, right now there isn't a lot of time, but when I do, I just enjoy, doing things that have me giving back.
Okay, great. Hey, so what do you, in your time that you do volunteer work? Are you volunteering with certain organizations, or are you in the community? What?
Well, right now, volunteering, it's more within nursing.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Trying to give back to other nurses.
Yeah.
Nursing is difficult in a way, especially through COVID, has been really tough for nurses, because we got to see a lot of things, and we're like the hands-on.
Yeah, those first responders. Yes, and we give a hand to all of the first responders that are, out there. We need you all. We need the paramedics. We need the police. So, no matter what people say, we have to have law and order. We need the nurses. We need the phlebotomists. We need you. And if that's what you want to do, we've got the place where you can get the training that you need, and that's Rosewood Career Institute. Hey, give us a call, 713-570-9040. Hey, this is your girl Rhonda B. So you can go ahead and call. So tell me, you have any kids?
I do.
Okay.
I've got some kids, and I will tell you, I managed to talk one of them into nursing school.
Well, you didn't talk them into it. They probably saw your life, saw what you're doing.
And I think that, for any parent,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It's really, it provides a certain greater joy.
Yeah.
When you can see that your child,
Mom,
I know, right, sees what you're doing and wants to do the same thing.
Yes, yes.
But yes, I do have some kids. I have teenagers.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Okay.
I do. Yes.
So the teenagers, how are you working with that? Teenagers are a different breed, and especially the ones that we have today. But you know what? I really love them because they are just like outspoken. I'm like old school, so sometimes it kind of catches me off guard. Like what? Like what just happened? What did they say? But that's how they are. They're outspoken, and as people like myself, sometimes I want to laugh because it's like I have a grandniece, and her name is London Paris, and she is gorgeous, and she's so funny. I love it when she says, "Granny," and my pastor's like, okay, but it's just a wonder age, and they're trying to feel themselves out, and stretch the cord a little bit to see how far they can go. But I love that they are who they are, and we need those type of people going into the healthcare field where they'll say, hey, by any means necessary, I'm going to get this. So those teenagers of yours, how old is the one that you talked into going to nursing school?
So that one's she's 23.
Wow.
Right.
She's a baby.
She's a baby.
Yeah, she's a baby.
and I have teenage sons.
Oh, wow.
19 and 15.
Oh,
I know.
Mom.
I know. It's tough to say it. They grew up way too fast.
They all grow up way too fast.
I ask them all the time, do they want to go back to when they were cute and little? And they always say no.
No, of course not. Of course not.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh.
I mean, watching them grow up.
Yeah.
Learn to make their own decisions.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of being older is providing that direction, whether it's your kid or not. Definitely you have a greater I feel like you have a greater responsibility, I feel like. Because the buck kind of stops with you as far as kind of providing those options for your kids. They're going to make their own decisions and being okay with that.
Yes, being okay with their decisions, because they are young. Right. And, but just being able for her to see your life and to see that, oh, hey, that's something I want to do. I want to follow, in my mom's footsteps. And you seem like you'd be one of those cool moms, You seem like you're like laid back. You're not all hyper like me. I'm like, wah!
No. I don't think my kids would agree.
Okay. Oh, what's what you're telling me? Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Huh? Okay.
But you learn.
Yeah. Yes. That's the key word. Yeah.
You learn, even as parents, you're learning, because as your kids get older, you have to adjust how you address them and how you deal with them. So
I love that.
Yeah, but it is its own process.
Yes. Process. Oh Lord, we hear that word a lot. Process. All the processing. So if I met someone today or tomorrow, why? If I'm talking about why should they want to go to Rosewood Career Institute? Give me a spiel to tell me.
I would tell you, at Rosewood, you're going to get that support that you need.
Yes.
You're going to get the people that believe that you can do it.
Wow. Yeah.
And that makes all the difference. It's not just, okay, here's another person who signed up for a class. You have people who are behind you, who support you, who will work with you and do whatever that needs to try to make sure that instruction or that information that you is provided and given to you in a way. Because everyone does not learn the same way.
No.
And you will work with you for as long as it takes, as long as you're willing to do the work.
Oh, wow.
And that's the difference. And again, the different options. I, tend to provide. I'm a big believer in information.
Okay.
So when people ask or and again, information I provide, it does not matter to me whether you sign up or not.
Wow.
Right? Because I want to make sure that it's right for you. So I'm going to tell you the truth. I will not sugarcoat it. And I will let you know, okay, this is what you're looking for. Tell me why you want. So I do ask a lot of questions.
That's good. That's good.
Why do you want to do this? Why now? If because I get some different answers. Some people think because it's healthcare they're going to make a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and you can make good money.
Yeah.
But it may not be the amount that you're thinking, or you could be making more.
Yeah.
I explain all the options, all the different ways you could work, how you could use this certification if you chose to pursue it. So I'm a big believer in information, and I feel like, if you get the right information, you make the right decisions for yourself.
Wow. So, when you said whether they sign up or not, you explained to them. And I know that she's telling the truth because that particular day, I think I called you the next day and you called me right back and you just basically, you gave me step by step of what I needed to do. Okay, you come in, we'll do your instructor CPR, you do this, XYZ, and this is why we do this, and then you'll be able to do this, and American Heart does, So you took me through the whole journey, so I knew what to expect. There was nothing that, just, oh my God, she didn't tell me that. You told me everything, and I really appreciated that. Because you said, I'm going to tell you by the mistakes I made so that you don't make them, and you gave me the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, of it all, good, bad, and ugly. And you were very patient. I asked questions, and I think a couple of times, because I'm a yacker, I probably asked the question again, but, you were very patient, you were very kind, you were very knowledgeable, very professional, and that's one of the things that I, picked up on, and I said, hey, I think this is the one that I'm going to go with, because as adult learners, sometimes it's very, very hard to admit what we don't know. Right. I was one of those people. I was not going to tell you what I didn't know. I would say, oh yeah, didn't have a clue, hello, until something got messed up, and then I was like, well, they did it, but they didn't give me the right instructions. But I love that, that you make adult learners, and I'm saying that because we do have people who may want to change careers, and you may be my age, 25, so that wasn't a joke, though. No, anyway, but you may be thinking about changing careers. So I think this would be the perfect place for you to go. I don't endorse a lot of anything unless I know personally that that's what they do, because when you are invested in people, it shows, and you show that. I was a stranger on the other end of the phone. You never met me, but you really helped me. So I know that anyone who comes to your school, your career school, will actually learn, will actually be taken care of because you care about people. And my pastor always says, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care, and that's what you do. You love what you do, and it shows through how you, interact and love on people. And, I'm really, 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 really wanting you to call in. And that number is 713-570-9040. And I know sometimes we have people that are like, okay, I'm going to, call, get that information a little later, and we'll put it, on the site so that you can have it, so that you can get in touch with Cindy. And so, Cindy, when did the Institute start?
So, I've been teaching, like I told you, I started with the BLS, right? So I've been doing that since 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The nurse aid, the portion of it that's approved by the Texas workforce and the state, that's been ongoing since last year, August.
Okay.
And I just want to mention, because I almost forgot, this is a little passion project of mine.
Okay.
I actually just submitted and working on, through also, again, the Texas Workforce, on a psych tech program.
Oh.
That I am super excited about, because I actually realized, and we went for clinicals, because we have to go as nurses aid. We went to a facility, mental health, a facility like a memory care facility.
Yeah.
And, you know, just kind of being there, I realized that I don't know that the folks there had the level of training to take care of folks, because it's different skill set that's needed.
Yes.
Even for CNA to take care of patients with mental health.
Oh, wow. Mental health. Yeah, you know.
So that's what I'm working on now. I have submitted, and so I'm hoping to get that approved, so that I can start working with folks who have a passion for the mental health field.
Yes.
Because we do have specific mental health hospitals, and those facilities need people with special specific training.
Yes, you know, and that I hear that all the time now. The churches are finally waking up, you know, that people have mental health issues, and that's a big part of what's going on in our society. You know, that people, you know, suffer with mental health issues, and the families don't know what to do or how to do it, or they may be just exasperated. You know, I've done all I can. I don't know what else to do. So yes, that specialized training I can see, you know, for facilities that. How many? Do you know how many facilities we have that are mental?
If I had to, I haven't actually counted, but I want to say specific to mental health that I can see in my mind's eye, at least 5 or 6 hospitals that are mental health, psychiatric hospitals.
Wow. You know, and I just look at the number of people that we have in society, and that's like nowhere, you know, I don't know their bed size, but that's nowhere near, you know, enough. So I know that there is a definite increase in the need for that. So if you are, you know, and if you have family members that are suffering with mental health issues and you don't know what to do, you know, you can always call 311. That's the information, or 211, that you can get information. But also, if you think that that's a field that you would want to go into, you know, Cindy here has a program that she's going to, you know, working on getting started. You know, I heard you say a buzzword also, WorkSource. So you do work through WorkSource.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
great.
so that is an opportunity for folks who may or may not be able to afford the program on their own.
Okay.
The WorkSource can help.
Yes.
To cover the cost of that.
Okay.
So, you know, not having the resources may not be a barrier. So, just feel free if you have any questions. You know, just call. Yeah. Whether it's related to the programs that I have or not, whether or not you're calling just to get general information. Yeah. Like I said, I love to talk.
Now she says she loves to talk, and I'm doing all the yakking here. But
so I would provide information.
You love that teaching. Yeah.
Because I want the truth is I want everybody. Yeah. To elevate. I want everybody to do better.
Wow.
If they feel like that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a personal thing, you know, and it doesn't mean that because you decide to do a CNA that you weren't doing well, but I meet everybody where they are, and if you need information about, I've had parents call and say, well, and I answer all their questions, and I'm thinking they're calling about themselves, and they say, well, I'm going to give this information to my son. And I find that to be wonderful.
Yeah, but as parents, we want our children to do better than we are, and it's great that there are facilities like yours who is a great teaching place to get taught, trained. And it seems like you're one of those type of people, even after they're gone, you're still kind of leaving the door open, like, okay, you're a little empty nester, but you can come back and get information.
Come on back anytime. Even in guiding, I ask a lot of questions because I want the folks, anyone that I come in contact with, I ask everyone, how much are you making over here? Because I want to be able, because when we go to apply for work, right, they don't tell us that you could make more.
Yes.
So I'm asking everyone so that when people start getting into the workforce, I say, okay, well, if that's the job you're being offered, go ahead and take it, but I know you can make more.
Yes.
So put your experience in and, give some time and then circle back. And, I definitely know somebody's making more working here. So being that point person, of being that resource for people so that they, can actualize or be at the highest point of whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah. Wow. So tell me, I always like asking people, so what is one of your success stories that you feel this person really caught on and they moved on to do, give us one of your success stories.
So I actually had, and this was recent, I actually had a person who, I want to say someone who is a more mature.
Sure. I like that. More mature.
More mature learner that came in. They wanted to make a change.
Yeah.
This person was working in education, I think maybe like as a substitute or something like that. And they wanted to do something different.
Oh, yeah.
And so I worked with them. They didn't have much time and things like that. So we were able to set up a lot of their a lot of the instruction on Zoom.
Okay. Oh, so you do Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Did the hybrid, work with them on their schedule. We had to work through and around that schedule quite a bit and provide them an opportunity to got through the whole entire program.
Yeah.
And kind of work with them. It wasn't straightforward because the information was completely different. Like it was, going from education to healthcare and them being a little bit more advanced in age and things like that. But that, it worked out and we, they were able to complete the program. And right now I'm actually working with them on trying to find gainful, employment. And I'm very particular, so I would say, okay, well, the work here is going to be too hard. Let's apply over here because it's less physical, So that I think was, I would say, one of my more major successes because I started off a little concerned of whether or not, okay, well, we're going to be able to catch on, but I think again, if you are able to meet people where they are and you're able to break that information down for them in a way that they can relate to, that always helps. And I've found a lot of times that anxiety is one of the issues where people don't they count themselves out already before they even start the program. They want to do it because they've been called. But they're nervous that they can't do it. So I always encourage them and I say, hey, pay for the program and you start the program. If you have to keep taking, reviewing the class, I'll go and I will review it with you as many times as I need to.
Oh, wow.
To make sure that you get it.
Oh, wow. Now, that's major right there. That's major. When you want to see people succeed. And Cindy, you seem like a person who you are passionate about it because it's what you do. It's who you are. And, people need to know that all the world isn't bad. there are people out there like Cindy who really, they love what they do what they love, they want to see a success. They want you to be a success. So if you had anything that you had to say to someone who was like, hey, I just don't know what I want to do, I'm too old, I'm too young, what would you say to that person to encourage them to look up and to be focused about making that change?
What I would say is that the time, there's never going to be a right time, right? Yeah. The right time is right now, right? Good. So whatever that concern, and I have heard them all, I think I'm too old, I don't know if I'm going to like it, I think it's going to be too hard. I've heard all of it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to know until you try it. And if you're asking questions about this, it's clearly something you want to do. A month of time is not too much to invest to find out if this thing that God's put in your heart is the thing you should be doing.
Yeah.
So give it a try. Don't count yourself out before you even start.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Just do it. If it's in your heart to do, if you have any questions, concerns, you call me.
Give them that information.
I'm Cindy. I'm with Rosewood Career Institute. Call me at 281-975-1763. 281-975-1763. You can call if you have a question. You don't know if you have a question. You want to clarify something. I mean, whether or not you think you want to sign up or not, you can call to ask questions that you think somebody else might have. I am willing to provide that information whether you plan to sign up or not. I just want you to have the answers to make that decision for yourself.
Great. So, hey, this is your girl, Rhonda B. And as usual, it has been a pleasure. And I thank you so much for tuning in. And I thank you for coming in out of your busy schedule, to be here. I really believe in what you're doing. And, hey, if this is something that you think, not only yourself, but maybe someone else would benefit from, give her a call. Give her a call. She's telling you, hey, I am a lifeline. She's shooting out the lifeline there to you. Hey, what is a month? What is a month? A month that could change the rest of your life. So this is your girl, Rhonda B, and I am signing out. And I'm telling you, this chair, you could be sitting there because we want to know. Here on CityWise, that's what we are. We are revealing the hidden gems that are within our city. And what do I always say? Now you know. Bye-bye.